Hey everybody, this is Amanda and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for you to be here. I'm coming on today because it's been a hot minute since I've been uploading videos or really putting a lot of effort into my business, and I wanted to let you guys know why. So in February, my daughter unexpectedly moved home, and as many of you know or don't know, I was using her room as my craft room. So I had everything set up in there. All my stuff was where I needed it to be. And then she came home, which I can't be more excited for. Like, my life is complete now. But I had to move all my stuff into the garage. So I kind of just opened up the garage one day, threw it all in there, and then shut the door and was like, I'll get to this eventually. So after a couple months of my daughter being here, I finally did go and organize all my stuff so that way I can know where it was. And then slowly but surely I started to craft again. And so if you ever stop something that you do all the time, it kind of takes a little bit of time to get back in the swing of things. It's kind of like riding a bike, but your girl needs a few more miles to get it right. And so now I'm recording on my kitchen table, like in my kitchen table, around all the hustle and bustle. My house is small. It is 1,100 square feet. There's 4 of us in it. My husband works from home. So you can imagine the craziness that's going on here. But enough for my sob story about what's going on. But I just wanted to let you know that I'm really excited to get back into this. I worked really hard to get to where I was when I stopped. And I'm going to give you 110% of me to, go forward from this point. So, bear with me. The editing, the videos, everything's really rough. Everything's rough. We're starting all over again. I'm figuring out the lighting and I'm figuring out how to edit again. I am going to take a class for editing with the software that I use. Maybe even might switch my software because it's okay. It could be better. But I just wanted to come on and say thank you guys so much for being so wonderful and for hanging in there and not leaving me, even though I left you guys for a few months. But let's get on to the DIYs. Hey there, we're doing some honeybee DIYs. So I got this little mason jar stand-up thingy during fall time, and I picked up a few because I do love to use them in tiered trays or just kind of placed around in some of my decor. So I'm just going to use scrap paper I got from, I want to say it was Hobby Lobby. I have had it for a hot minute and I was so excited to be able to use it. And I just traced the little mason jar and I cut it out. Those little gold bees are so cute. So I got to do the other side. Cut that out. So if you're wondering why my background looks different and why it's sideways, is because I have had a change in where I'm recording my videos. So bear with me as I figure out exactly how to do this all over again because, it's been a hot minute since I've been recording myself. So I'm just using Gorilla Glue glue stick. I love that. Mod Podge is really not my friend. I don't get a smooth finish when I use it, so I have found that using a glue stick works the best for me. And then I'm just using the soft side of this little squeegee to smooth out any areas. I got a little glue on the paper, but that's okay because I'm just going to sand it off and it'll be just a-okay. So I'm using the method of using sandpaper to trim down the edges where it was a little bit over. I specifically trace a little bit over so that I have this wiggle room to play with because you don't want it to be too small, but too big is better because then you can just use sandpaper to get it off. If you don't have sandpaper, you can use an X-Acto knife or you can do a better job at cutting than I did and get it exactly perfect. So just a little bit of sanding goes a long way here, and it just gives it a little bit more of a little bit more texture on the ends, I'd like to say is the word that I'm looking for. A little bit more, what you call it? Yeah, texture. So I am using my hot glue gun here, and it was being stubborn at the time, and I'm just going to glue that little metal part that we took off right back on. So you'll notice that I'm using the back side of this thing because I was going to peel all the paper off and la-di-da, but I just didn't feel like doing it. But you could peel all the paper off. You could paint the back side. You could put craft paper on the back to cover up the design. Um, I just ended up, at the end, I ended up painting the back side too, but I'm just going to use my cashew paint here by Waverly, and I'm going to change the color of the sides of my little standing honey jar. I love cashew. It's such a great creamy color. And I didn't think that orange was the look that I was going to go for, so that's why I went ahead and used the cashew around the edges just to change it up. But I thought black would be cute. Um, you could pretty much use any color really, but cashew was my choice. Okay, so I printed this out on my Cricut. Now, I'd like to say that I'm a Cricut master. I am not. I use a Cricut Joy, which I absolutely love that machine. I've had it for a couple years now, and it makes my life so much easier because it's just, I normally use it for smaller projects. Um, but, you know, I always have issues with one letter not wanting to cooperate with me, and today it was the S. So I just ripped it off the paper, put it on, and then you'll see me adjusting it because I was like, that don't quite look right, but let's go ahead and fix it. So I just used my little pokey tool that I got from the Dollar Tree that I literally use for everything, and I am going to straighten it out. So once I have it all straightened out, uh, there we go. That is better. That is better. So, and then the font that I used for this is, you know, it's a Ray Dunn font that I purchased on Etsy. I know that there's plenty of free ones that you could buy, but um, I really like this one a lot. So I'm just going to use my hot glue gun here to add some honey to my little honey pot because, you know, it's not a honey pot unless there's honey dripping over. And I'm going to add some little bees. So bees from Amazon, yellow glue from Amazon. Word to the wise with the yellow glue is that it comes out super hot. I mean, like, holy moly hot, like hotter than regular glue. As you can see, it's still pouring out the end of my glue gun, and it has a very strong odor. So you're sensitive to odors. If you're sensitive to odors, then you're gonna want to wear a mask because after using this glue for an entire day, I had a horrible headache. So, but so cute. So, of course, you know, I can't just leave it alone. I wanted to add one more thing to it. And I was thinking I was going to use black and white um, ribbon, but it was too thick. But I also had this twine that is yellow and white, which is super good for this. I got it in a 3-pack from the Dollar Tree, and it had, you know, 2 other colors plus the yellow and the white. So this is wax paper, and I am got my little honey dippers from Amazon, of course, and I am working on my affiliate link. I started it, but I kind of haven't finished it yet, so that way you'll be able to just click on my link and go straight to all this stuff that I get on Amazon, so you don't have to look for it, and it'll be so much easier for you. So I just put some glue on the honey dipper, and I am going to use my little twine here and wrap around the top, and I'm going to attach the honey dipper to the top so it's like hanging down with some honey on it too. So I just tied a little knot, and then I'm going to put a little drop of glue once I get it on there because I think that it just gives it a little bit more secure hold because it is kind of heavy, and then, you know, it's like slick, so I didn't want it to fall out. But the glue, I've had it all over the house, and it's totally still hanging on, and just with an extra little drop of glue gives it a little bit of traction to hang on to my project here. So I thought this was super cute. I hope you love it too. Bear with me in my new recording ways. It will get better, I promise. So here we are. We're going to do a quick and easy DIY. So these are just those little chalkboards on the easel from the Dollar Tree, and this is a chalk couture stencil. So I'm just going to use the white chalk paste and the yellow chalk paste. It had when I opened it, I was like, what is that horrible smell? And it's like some of it had like mildewed on the top, but you know, it's because I never use it. I've literally had it for like 2 years and hardly ever use it. So eventually, apparently these go bad. So I'm going to do some of the white and some of the yellow, and it's super easy peasy. Like, this is the easiest little project that you could do. Um, and I don't sell chalk couture anymore, but my wonderful friend Melissa at All Things Crafty, she does. So if you're interested in getting stencils or the chalk paste or learning more about chalk couture in general, I will link her channel below so that you can go ahead and check that out. And then this little bee, I wanted to add a little bee here so you could see all the design in the background because it's like that French country design stencil this one was. So, but I'll just clean it up around and it'll be all good. So some more yellow here and good to go. So when you're crafting, what do you do when you're crafting? Like, do you watch a TV show? Do you listen to audiobooks? So for me, I always watch my favorite TV shows. I don't typically watch something I haven't seen before because it's kind of like that comfortable friend sitting next to you, just kind of hanging out with you while you're doing your stuff. And my favorite show is The Good Witch on Netflix. Well, originally it was on Hallmark, and now they have it on Netflix. So literally, I have seen every episode probably about 20 times each, but I just love it. It's wholesome fun. Um, like there's mystery and fun and all that good stuff. And so I just throw it on my iPad and just get lost in my crafting. So as you can see, it's all done. It does look a little funky around the sides, but once it dried, I was able to like just kind of chip it off with my nail, and it was so much better, and it looks adorable. And when I want to use this sign for something else, I could just go ahead and wipe it off. So these little glass jars come from the Dollar Tree. They come in like a 3 or a 5 pack. I don't remember. I've had these for a hot minute. And I'm just going to fill it up with some glue, some yellow glue, the very hot stuff. As you can see, I'm like, ooh, that's hot. So a friend of mine had contacted me this morning and was like, "Hey, I have this little tree that's decorated. You know, I used to decorate the middle of my dining table, and for Easter I had little eggs, and I really liked it, so I wanted something for my honeybee season." So I told her I'd give me some time and I'll figure it out, and this is what I came up with. So on this one, you're going to see I put the bee on top. So this one was for me. But the next one, I put the bee in the front. And then I have these cute little eye hooks, little gold eye hooks. And I used a little ribbon to hang it up. And I went actually over there and decorated her trees for her. And they came out adorable. So on the little trees, they have, a bunch of these little honey jars with the bees on them. The next project is also on there. And I also did these cute little acrylic circles with bees on it and little sayings, which I don't know. I thought I had recorded making a couple, but apparently I did not. So, but it came out super cute and it was a super easy project. Sorry for the abrupt end there, but I lost the rest of my footage. Um, so bear with me, guys. I really appreciate you sticking around to see all this. I really am. I feel like I'm starting all over again. It's been, almost 4 months since I've done a video and did editing and all that stuff, and I'm not in my normal spot, so it's just taking a little time to get used to it. So this right here is nautical rope from the Dollar Tree, and of course my super hot sticky glue. I love, minus the smell, the glue is amazing. It really holds on, and it's like heavy duty, like not coming apart glue once you use this. So I'm just wrapping a little circle, wrapping it up, and then I'm going to cut off the edge right there. And I'm making, so like when you're looking at little beehives, uh, it has the little hole, where all the little bees fly into. And so this is basically the opening to a beehive. I thought it would be super cute hanging from the little tree. And so I just made a little circle, and I'm using my lighter to get off all the little fuzzies and any little strings of the glue that might be hanging around there. And it gives it a little bit more of a little rustic look. It's really cute. So then I'm going to take my Sharpie and I'm just going to draw the middle part in, add some glue, add some bees, add some string, and these came out so cute. So like I said, I'm still trying to figure out this whole editing thing. Even though I'm coming up on my first year, there's so much I have to learn. I do actually want to take a class on editing, and so I look forward to doing that. Um, so at the very end of this, it is going to show you the projects that are in this video, and it's going to kind of fly by the screen. So I'm so sorry that it's not perfect. And, you get the idea here. And my pictures came out gigantic, and I don't know what happened, but but we trudge on, we crafters, we trudge on, and we just kind of make it happen. I love to keep things real for you guys. Like I leave in my mistakes. I'm honest about, what it's like to make these videos, and getting back on the horse again and trying to make it done. And I just hope that you love the ideas, and you can just do whatever you want with these ideas. These are just things that just pop in my head, and I just figured I'd share them with you guys. And I love you all so very much for being here through this. So this video is short and sweet. I got so much more to share with you. My ideas have been flowing. I hope you love this as much as I do. And I will definitely see you guys in the next video.